actually see a fight between team number 17 and 12, and that is going to be a victory over there in that fight for team number 12, as this is just going to be about team number 12,
the last player. Just look at where he is.
We actually see Matt X going with 5 first tickets, and I think he is going to spot out team number 9's last player alive. So this could be it. This could be the ending moment of the game. The molly is going to be cooked out. So I guess he has a clear idea where he is. Is he going to get burned by the molly? But no, I think it hasn't spread yet. So I think that is going to be pretty safe for team number 9. But I don't think that is going to help him out, because as you can just see at his screen, this is going to be one. Oh, he's actually going to spot Matt X. He is going for the spray, but I think he is going to go down as well. He's going to get down another as well. What is going on? He actually spots the third one. He's going to be low. You know that, trying to take him out, but no, it is going to be team number 12.
He had to go for the reload. There was no other way that he could have actually played that, and you know, that was just a little bit of that was very unlucky for him. Like, I believe if he had one more teammate in that little area right there, he might have just survived.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the second game of today's.
Team number 13 is going to be charging that anytime soon. But since he did put some distance, he might just be able to get a kill or two if he snipes through these windows. And we're going to be looking at Vishwadip 93. He is going to be spotting out a bunch of these players, just trying to go onto a UAV. But sadly, he will not be able to tag any of them for any damage.
And we are going to see team number 13 who are making their way onto the drop. And what is going on? And I thought team number 25 had it, but it looks though as if team number 13 are going to go for the drop.
I guess
as we actually see team number 25. Exactly, I think team number 25's Rohit G is going to go and try to bait him out. He has a clear idea that both of them from team number 13 are going to go for the drop, and we actually see Nichols are going to take at the. Oh, he's going to get knocked down as well. A beautiful play coming out there from team number 25, baiting out the people who are going to go and try to take the drop. And we are going to see team number 25 going. They're actually closing the distance. There's another guy right behind the drop, and I don't think they are going to see that. And it's going to be Christopher who is going to knock him out, and that is going to be advantage team number 13. That really backfired for team number 25, even though they tried to get the first knockout out there, but that clearly does not seem to work out for them, and now they are going to be outnumbered at the moment, and it's going to be team number 13 who are actually having the upper edge right now, as we see team number 25's Rohit, who is making his way, sneaking out in the grass, and he is going to get spotted. The drop is going to get secured for him. Salva is going to get secured for him, and that is going to be a lot of loot for them. And there you go.
And we're going to be looking at team number 11 and team number 24. It seems as though all the teams in the map have gotten themselves a vehicle, and they're just moving around and trying to play this a little bit more fast-paced, and that is completely different from what we saw yesterday and the day before.
Are making their way as well, and it's going to be team number 21 and team number 11 as well. We are going to see a lot of fights in this particular belt out there, as High Dog is going to get knocked out, and his teammate is going to come and try to save him, but he's actually going through him, but he is going to get taken down there by Skydo.
That was a really amateur mistake coming in from team number 20's player, because he did manage to spot out another player actually running towards him, but instead of going for that shot, he actually went for the guy who was already knocked out, and that was a mistake which he might just be paying for dearly in a few more moments, as we are going to be looking at team number 20 right here. One of the teammates is going to be getting that shot and making sure that he finishes off that player inside of the white zone, and he needs to actually get back and save his teammate, because he is in the blue zone and he is going to be taking to a lot of damage, as one of team number 20's players are actually going to be doing.
I mean, they're actually going to get damaged by the zone as well. 3 of team number 20's players are still inside the blue zone, so that is going to be added damage against them. And we are going to see team number 11 Sacred Bundy getting knocked out there, and a lot of knockouts happening out there. One from team number 20 and actually 2 people from team number 11. So it is going to be really hard for them, and that is the end of Sacred Bunty, and it's really going to be hard for team number 11, as they are going to go out of this tournament. You know, waiting patiently at that shack, making sure they are going to scout out all the people out there right surrounding them. We are going to see team number 9 and team number 12 making it into the white zone, along with team number 13 and 15 who are right behind them, and team number 19 are still outside the blue zone, and that is actually going to do a lot of damage for them.
Team number 6 right here, we're going to be looking at a lot of crosshairs actually getting pointed into the gas station where team number 20 is going to be huddled up, and we're going to be seeing one of the players from team number 20 is going to be knocked down. He is going to get revived eventually, and look at this right here. We are going to be looking at team number 6 right here. He is going to be going forward, Yash, and he will be able to spot out a few of these players, but no, he does not notice that, and he just might get punished for that play, as there are going to be 2 people from team number 15 behind him, as they are going to be going for the shot, and they will be able to get that knockdown onto Yash right there. That was an amateur.
Oh, I guess there's going to be another knockout as well, and that's going to be AK Prime X also going down as well. while they were actually taking a trade out there from team number 15's one of their players, and that is probably going to be a really bad decision coming out there from team number 6. Partially boosted himself up, but he is going to go for the shot. But no, that is something you shouldn't have been doing at this kind of stage, but you are going to go down, I guess, because he has no time for any revives. Oh, this is sad. He is going to go down.
Are not going to be able to see him, so he only has to worry about his front side.
But I feel what he's doing is going to be unnecessary, as we are going to see one of team number 13's players going down at the moment, and a trade being taken down there by one of his teammates. Vishwadeep is going to take down one more person from team number 12, and that is going to make sure that there's only one person from team number 12 remaining.
24 and team number 22, all of them only have one person alive, while team number 6 do have the numbers advantage. They have 2 people alive, and team number 7, Sivahax right here, he is going to be huddled up in that smoke. Just getting
as Nawaz is going to try to take the shot, he is going to get tagged, and Sivahax is going to get that. That is going to leave him in a 1v2 situation against team number 6, where Anshul as well as Vicky are alive yet. And let's actually see where this is going to go. We are going to see Anshul, who is going to get taken down. He is going to get tagged out there, but I think it's going to be Sivahax who is going to go down. Oh, he is actually going to get taken down there by Vicky over there, as we are going to see the winners.
Oppo Selfie Expert.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashant, and joining me this evening is...
Yet again, this is Tango, also known as Sri Ramashal, and what a game we were witnessing yesterday. And we actually saw the people, you just had the look of the highlights of both of yesterday's games, and it was pretty intense, especially the last 2 zones of both these games. It was pretty intense in the last zone as well, taking claim of a lot of kills out there.
Especially that guy who... he had this opportunity, this little opportunity to actually get inside of the zone, but he stopped to heal. And you know what? That was one of the most funniest ways to die, because your indecision, the minute decisions you will have to make throughout this mobile game is going to affect your chance in this tournament. So you know what? If you guys find yourself in that situation, make sure you do the right decision, because this can cost you 50 lakhs, and 50 lakhs is the prize pool of the Oppo F9 Pro Campus Championship PUBG Mobile. So you know what you have to do is you have to play this much more carefully, because this has such a large reach, this has a lot of money in it, and you guys, you college students especially, you have a chance of getting the lion's share of the 50 lakh prize pool. And
I mean, yes, what you're saying is right. A simple decision like that is going to cost you the game, which eventually is going to cost you the prize pool, because 15 lakhs is a really large prize pool, and it's actually one of the largest in terms of mobile gaming. And for the first time in India, we are doing it for the students as well. So there is a lot of opportunity for all you guys who are going to college and all of that to try your heart out in this game. So I guess that is one of many firsts coming up in this.
And you know what? Even though the opportunity to participate in campus championship is over as of now because the registrations are closed, obviously, you still have an opportunity to win one of these beautiful Oppo F9 Pros, because we are going to be giving away 2 of these in each and every one of our live streams. So you know what? You have a chance to win one of those. And to actually participate in this giveaway, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, share, and especially comment down below exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. I repeat, exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps.
I mean, yes, because a lot of teams wanted to take part into this, but it really was not possible. I think, you know, I think it should be easier for them to win this, because we're going to give away 2 of these premium phones. And speaking about premium, it just comes up with a 6.3-inch screen along with a, 3.5K mAh battery life, which is, you know, fairly a big one compared to the other phones at the moment, as well as even if it is going to drain out, it comes with a VOOC fast charge, which is going to give you about 2 hours of talk time just when you are going to charge it just for 5 minutes. So that is a big deal coming up for you guys, because one of the premium phones, as you can, you know, go out to stores and check it out for yourselves, or you could probably just win it by just commenting exclamation mark PUBG Mobile all in caps, because we are going to give away 2 of these throughout the course of the stream today, and not just today, but every day, I would say.
And you know what? Without any delay, I think the players are joining the lobby, so let's get a view of the people who are in the lobby right now. And we're actually going to be looking at team number 5 right here, Nawabji, Nikhil Rajak 26, Tej Kushwaha, Muki's Play, and for team number what is that exactly? Team number 7 right here, we are going to be looking at team number 6 actually, Afa Khan 10, Abrava Kachale, and Darshan
Chavan. Now, team number 7, we have White Fang,
like,
and Ishanu Srivas, and R Raj, Snake Eyes 07, and for teammate we've got Harsh 363, Bullet Raja. That's one fancy name out there.
Bullet.
And we have Ayush as well as TP98 for you know, who is gonna join their team. And for team number 9, we've got Mamik, Rushabh 21, DJ Skulgun, and one of their players are yet to join. While for team 10, we've got Utkarsh 1055, Prophet, Manju DU, and Oiset. As for team 11, we've got just about 2 people at the moment. It's going to be Tera Malik and Manupant 7. While for team number 12, we've got Ragi Dada 1999, Yas Saxena, Sahul Lakhej, and Pradumni, or Pradum 1. So, you know, a lot of these people actually joining into the lobby. We are going to be going with the live game soon. And Tango, actually, give the new viewers what is the rundown on how PUBG Mobile works. I mean, yes, it's just about how you are going to survive in the end, and I think that is something we are going to just wait and watch, as we will be back with live action coming up with the first game of today's stream in about 2 more minutes once we have our advertisement right now.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be going live with game number 1 of today's live stream right now. So we have around 66 people in this lobby, and let's actually see who is going to be getting the decisive chicken dinner, because you know what, they are going to be eligible to qualify for the next round. And let's actually see what is going to be happening right now.
As we are actually going to see the planes path coming out from the western side of the military base, and I guess it's going to go all the way up to I think
I think it is going to be going to Lipovka. I think it's going to be a kind of a evenly based, even flight path, because people do have the opportunity to get down in the southern continent and the northern continent. And obviously, people are going to be getting down in obvious cities like Pochinki.
I mean, Pochinki,
and
Milta, and Rozhok are just just inches away from the plain zone. So I guess that is something which a lot of people will be going for. And as you are looking at the plane right now, this is actually the Royale Pass, which I have been telling for the last 2 days regarding how you can get it and what skins you will be getting onto. So for the people who are just watching the game right now, and for the people who are pretty new to PUBG Mobile, there is this thing called the Royale Pass, which is actually going to give you a lot of skins like these, which you're actually looking at right now. And for the people who are watching why the skin is coming out, and the people who are playing in this game, they will be having a lot of Royal Pass levels, and whoever among them is going to have the highest level, his skin will be displayed on the plane. So that is something which can be a bragging right for you guys once you start playing that. So I really love to encourage you guys to try that out, because that's actually one of the fun elements coming out there in the game.
And we're actually going to be looking at the plane. Once the flight path has ended, we are going to be a little bit surprised, as nobody has shown up in the southern continent. We're just going to be looking at team number 16 as of now, landing in Ferry Pier, so they will be having monopoly over this area. We also did see a bunch of these teams actually land on the roads, so I assume they're going to be picking up a vehicle and trying to go for the further side of the map, possibly going places like Georgopol or something, because those places are not in the immediate vicinity of the plane's route, and that is a potential place where you can get a lot.
I mean, yes, I guess people are going to go to Georgopol and shooting range at the moment, because the zone is going to be favoring the western and the northwestern part of the of the map. So I guess we already see a lot of people moving there. Team number 19, team number 13 as well, trying to move on to the northwestern side of the map. And I think Gatka, Georgopol, and a couple of other places around that vicinity are going to be pretty crucial, because the next zone will be, I would predict that the next zone is going to be quite crucial, because it's going to land right in the center of the eastern side of Georgopol, because that is actually the center of the current zone. So it's not going to be pretty far for people who are going to land there as well.
And we're actually going to be looking at team number 17 and team number 15 in Yasnaya. So you know what, Yasnaya is a huge city, and it seems as though team number 21 have also made their way to Yasnaya. So this is a triple threat situation. Nobody from any of these teams have yet dropped down. So let's actually see how that is going to proceed, because team number 17, they don't seem to be having a lot of good loot, and Yasnaya is a big city, so they do have enough space to loot and not get spotted out. And we're currently going to be looking at team number 17's
Akai out there. He's just got a pistol and about a couple of energy drinks, so that's not really going to work out for him. But I'm quite surprised how we have about 3 teams in Yasnaya, and none of them have been crossing the road and going on to the northern part of the city. That is actually going to worry a lot of their players out there, because that's a lot of share of loot going in waste for nobody. And I guess we will be seeing a fight rather than people going on to the northern part sooner or later, because all of them are in the southern part of the city. So that's even more tricky for all these teams, because they will be forced to go for a fight anytime soon, because they are in close vicinity, I would say.
And we are going to be looking at Prime right here with a crossbow. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment down below if we are going to be witnessing the first crossbow kill, because you know what, that has yet to happen in this tournament, in the live stream. So you know what, you guys just make a bet with yourselves, just interact and talk about how the crossbow kill can be witnessed or not. Just participate in some legal gambling or something like that, because gambling is illegal. So you know what, just get with your bragging rights or something. If they do get a crossbow kill, you can brag to the chat, being all, ha, I told you so. And we're actually
that is right. I mean, you can actually keep predicting on, because that's what we all would want for, because bragging rights is something which we all love, and which is something we love to flaunt in terms of the skins as well inside the game, as we are looking at people with those fancy helmets and all of that, as we see Prime with that. And see, that's what I was telling you about the Royale Pass. And speaking about the game, and I'm really surprised we still haven't seen any sort of fight yet. Just about 2 people dying at the moment. We still have about 64 people out there, and in about 2 more minutes we're going to see the next zone. So let's actually see how it's going to work out, as we are going to see team number 15 and 17 trying to cross the road, and I don't think they have spotted each other out, even though they are quite really next to each other, and even a little bit of a glimpse can trigger a fight out there between both these teams. Because we have team number 17's high shot with an M4 and about a lot of bandages with 15 in number, with a level 1 vest, as well as a first aid kit, while we are going to see team number 19 Charlie Rock, who's going to get knocked down by Harman Singh from team number 13, right at Georgia Paul. Two of the teams which went for Georgia Paul right after they landed towards the southern part of the region, as they are making their way, and that is going to be one person down for team number 19, which is going to leave them at a fix at the moment, while team number 13 have the numbers advantage, 4 of them, all of them intact, while 3 people are there from team number 19, all of them in close vicinity. They're not even spreading out in Georgia Paul, so we can actually expect another fight between both these teams pretty much, as we are going to see Harman Singh with the SKS as well as the M4 right now. He had a Uzi, but he was lucky enough to spot out an M4 at that moment, and he was able to take it and claim the stakes out there. We see team number 19 Stasli without any weapon, without anything literally. So that's not really going to help them out, as they are finally going towards the other side of Georgia Paul to see if they can actually salvage some kind of loot out there. The 8X coming out there for Agent 420, while he's taking a lot of 5.56 bullets to his Car 98 as well as his SKS. That's actually a...
Well, it's not really a weird setup, because the SKS can act really deadly in the close to mid ranges, because even though it is a semi-automatic weapon, it does deal a lot of damage, being it a 7.62 rifle.
I mean, yes, what you are saying is right, but the problem right now is he doesn't have an extended mag to support his case, just about 10 bullets out there, and it takes some time for the gun to reload. So if team number 13's people are just going to come in right in front of team number 19, it's not going to be really easy for them to take this fight, because all they have is all Agent 420 has is a Car 98, which can deal a lot of damage in the long range, and he's got a DMR in the form of the SKS as well. So I'm not really sure how it's going to work out, as team number 13's one of their players, Captain GP, has already spotted Agent 420. So this is going to be quite intriguing, because we are also seeing team number 13's Santos getting spotted out as well, as we see team number 13's Harman Singh getting knocked out, and let's actually see if they can make them pay and try to get one apiece, because it's going to be a 4v3 at the moment, given that one of them are knocked out and one of them are down for team number 13's players, team number 19's players, I beg your pardon, as we are going to see the helmet going to get popped out there, as Agent 420 is going to knock out one more person there. So this is going to be really tricky for team number 13, because all the helmets and all which they had got is going to go waste with courtesy of those headshots coming out there from Agent 420, taking out both the people out there, even though he wasn't able to deal the piercing blow. But let's actually see how it's going to work out, because team number 13 still don't have a really good loot out there, just with a shotgun out there for Captain GP, and he's actually got both
two shotguns for Captain GP right here. Team number 13, they are certainly in quite a fix, but then again, the numbers are quite even, because just one guy died in team number 19, and even though 4 people are still alive in team number 13, the fact that they don't have really good loot just balances out the power between these two teams, and we're actually going to be looking at Agent 420 just having a really good angle onto those crates, just waiting to see if he can spot a person, but sadly he is going to get knocked out, and it does not seem like he is going to die anytime soon, because he does have his teammate right beside him. And this is exactly what I was talking about a few games ago, the fact that when you do take long range fights, you have to make sure that you have a guy who's actually going to go for the flank, because if you don't, that is just going to be a series of knockouts and nobody is going to be getting anywhere. Just a bunch of loots getting just a bunch of helmets or vests getting damaged, not really proceeding forward with the game. And we're actually going to be looking at team number 13, Santosh with his SKS and his Mini 14, I presume. So this is going to be a really good situation right here for team number 13. They are in a good situation as of now, and we're going to be looking at the first drop of the game, and it seems as though team number 16 is in close proximity to that drop, and we're going to be looking at the drop actually a little bit towards the south of Gadka. And meanwhile, coming back to team number 19 versus team number 13 in Georgia Poll, we're going to be looking at team number 19, one of their players with his DMR, just making sure he has an angle onto those crates where one of those guys actually got knocked out previously. And meanwhile, Agent 420, he's actually going to be making his way on top of this crane right here. He does have that AK, and he also has the Car 98K.
He's also got the Car 98, which is going to come really handy for him because he's making a really good play. But I think Shavik Ray has a clear idea where team number 19's Agent 420 is going, because he's actually got his sights on him. He's actually using his medkit so that he can just heal up and get some time, and so that he can take him out. He's got an SLR as well, so that's not really gonna be really hard for him to take that kill on to Agent 420, because he's already spotted him out. He is going to try to take him out, and I don't think Agent 420 has an idea that Shavik Ray is actually going to try to take him down at the moment, as that's actually a good piece of vital information coming for team number 13, as they are making their way to try to spot Agent 420 out, as one of their teammates are pretty low in the form of Afif Shaikh. He is just about lesser than 25% of his HP, so it's not really going to work out really well for him, as we actually see Agent 420 spotting on 2 people from team number 13. So he has a clear idea they are coming for him, but let's actually see if he can take those 2 kills, because one of them is not really well on health, so that is something he can pull it to his advantage.
And the fact that he has a Car 98K just means that if he misses the first shot, they'll know exactly where he is. I mean, I presume they already know where he is, but then again, if he starts to miss those shots, the team number 13 will gain the confidence to actually go for the kill, because you know what, if they know this guy cannot aim, they're just going to be going forward. But you know what, Agent 420 does have that AKM in store for them if they do come forward. And we're actually going to be looking at team number 13's Shavik right here. He is going to be going forward. He's just going to be rotating around, making sure that team number 19 are going to be surrounded as of now. We're going to be looking at him with that SLR. He actually has an angle, but he's going to be missing a first shot. But with the second shot, he's actually going to be scoring the knockdown onto team number 19's player. So he's in a little bit of a pickle right now, as Agent 420 is going to be on top of that crane. He's just going to be playing this a little bit safely right now. He's not going to go forward and try to help out his teammate, because he knows if he does, he is going to get killed by Shavik right here. And meanwhile, we're actually going to be looking at team number 13. A lot of these players are actually going to get knocked down right now. And okay, team number 19 actually getting knocked down, and 3 more people from the side of team number 13 still alive. We're going to be looking at Shavik right now. He is going to be going forward, trying to get the push going, so he will be able to punish team number 19 for their mistakes, as we are going to be looking at Shavik. He is going to be climbing on top of this other crane, and he will have a really good angle. He is just going to be looting the person who he just killed. And let's see the second drop also. The second drop is right in the middle, and this is, you know, I don't think this drop is actually going to get contested anytime soon. We are going to be looking at one of these teams actually with a vehicle. They will be moving towards the drop, but I don't think this is going to be a drop which is going to be contested by 2 or more.
If they want to do it right away, they can do it right now, because that is really going to help them out in the later part of the game. But if the zone is going to move and then they want to go and try to contest it, that is going to be really, you know, that may backfire for them, because that is when a lot of teams outside the zone will be coming out to get inside the zone, and that could be either way. So I think if they want to go for the drop, this would be the time, as I don't think team number 13 quite realized that the drop is in the southern part of the hospital.
But they can't really do anything, because team number 19 is still in Georgia Poll, and they will have to deal with them right now. But it seems as though team number 19 just died against team number 13.
Exactly, they just got they just got shot with that Car 98 out there. That actually dealt the last blow for team number 19, and that is actually making them clear of any team out there at Georgia Poll, making team number 13 trying to loot every place at Georgia Poll and its vicinity. And I think they can actually go for the drop at the moment, because that is one of the safest things they can do, because there are
nobody are near the hospital area, and it did land just a little bit south of the hospital. And you know what, the hospital in itself is a good place to go for a level 2 gear or level 3 gear maybe, because it seemed as though after that fight against team number 19, team number 13 would not really be in the best of shape. And the hospital, you know what, they can get healing items also. I mean, it's a hospital.
It's a hospital anyway, yeah. So yeah, they would be that's pretty much it. So you will be getting a lot of loot as well, because that is actually one of the good places where you can get a lot of drinks as well as the medkits and all that. And I personally have got a lot over there every time I have been dropping on to hospital and everything. So that's a good place, but I really don't think why. I really don't understand why a lot of people do not want to go there. Probably because it is quite closed, and that is actually going to allow a lot of people who are with the shotguns as well as SMGs to get them an advantage. But I don't think that is going to be the case this time around, because hospital is quite deserted.
We're actually going to be looking at team number 14. They're just going to be going towards Pubg, and the drop is right ahead, and they're not really trying to go for the loot because they're a little bit paranoid about people in the general area trying to go for a snipe or something.
But I really think
team number 14,
if they are going to go for this drop, that is going to come out really well for them, because look at that. They've got a mission level 3 vest as well as a level 3 helmet, and also an arm as well as an 8x scope. So that is going to be real money for them if they are going to go for the drop, and it is not actually contested by anyone. So I think this is a safe thing to do, and probably they are trying to play it safe, because there's actually a lot at stake at this tournament. So it's not just about getting the kills, but you also need to survive till the end, I would say.
And we're actually going to be looking at team number 10 right here versus team number 11. They are in kind of close vicinity, and team number 10, they actually have the advantage because they do have these buildings which can protect them. We're going to be looking at Utkarsh right now with a M16, so he's in a really good position. And meanwhile, in the other side, in Rozok, we're going to be looking at team number 22 versus team number 5. Team number 9 actually just making their way towards the city, and it seems as though contact is inevitable. We're going to be looking at team number 22 right here. They're actually missing a little bit of shots, and you know what?
But the damage has been done already, because a couple of team number 5 players are already knocked out, while we are going to see Nihal going to go and revive one of his teammates, while another person is, he actually gets knocked out again. That's pretty sad out there. Or probably he just wanted to try to get out while he just got shot in that crossfire, and that is eventually making one person down in their team, which is just making it three people for them, while team number 22's players are moving a little bit closer, while they are probably going to go for the fight, because I think this is the right time they are going to go for a fight, because they still have about 3 people as well.
Well, this is going to be an even fight, but team number 22 need to be careful, because right behind them is team number 19, and that is not something you should ignore. Not team number 19, team number 9 actually, and we're going to be looking at the grenades actually getting lobbed into that building right here from Kshatriya, from team number 22, and the nade possibly going to be doing damage. No, it actually lands out of the building, and we're going to be looking at another nade being thrown, and even though it did land in the building, it seems as the team number 5 are quite wary of these windows. They are going to be spread quite a bit apart so they don't really get knocked down. And meanwhile, we're going to be looking at Suraj right here from team number 22. He is going to be having an eye onto those windows right here, making sure that nobody is going to be going for those premature peaks.
I mean, if they are going to go, he's going to make them pay, because what he has is an M24 which deals a lot of damage, and that's one of the best bolt action sniper rifles in this game. So I guess they should be wary about that, and I guess they are, because I don't see team number 5 making any sort of contact out there. They're just playing it really safe, waiting for people to make some mistake, but I don't think that is a wise idea, because that is gonna I think team number 22 should be going for this fight right now, because anytime soon, just like how you said, team number 9 is right behind them. So we actually see Sujal Patel out there, who is going to try to guard his teammate, who is making the cross across the road. And I think there is going to be a fight between team number 22 and 9, because we actually see Disakya going out there, and he's going to get knocked out there to team number 9, one of the players. And I think the M24 is not really going to do anything at the moment, as a bot shot coming out there from Sujal Patel is not really going to help his case, as it's going to be Mira who's going to his teammate's aid to try to revive him at the moment, as he is actually going to spot him out, but I don't think he is going to make it, because he's just one hit away from dying. And there you go, that is going to be the end of one of team number 22's players, as we actually see Sujal Patel going for the shot, and that seems to not connect. and that really did not help his case, and we can actually see him trying to get more people out there, while team number 5 are making the backdoor run outside the zone, as outside the white zone, as they are trying to go outside and try to get inside the zone by going through Pochinki. I guess that is a smart play coming out there. While team number 9 and 22 were fighting out there, they actually took the opportunity to just get down and get a vehicle and go away from that yard, because that is something which can actually, you know, prolong their stay into this game, because had they gone for a fight,
they just lost one person, and that is, as you said, it was a really good decision. And you know what, team number 5, even though they were in a fight between team number 22 and team number 9 right there, they decided to make the way out of Rozhok themselves. So you know what, I guess that there is still a chance that team number 5 and team number 12 right there, 22, team number 22 can actually get into a fight again, because they are going in the general direction towards Pochinki, and team number 5, they are going to be in close vicinity of team number 21. So they have to be careful. I just hope they don't go into the city and they just camp around over at that hill.
As we are going to see team number 10's players right in front of the drop, and I think this drop cannot be contested by anyone else, because there is nobody in the vicinity of Gadka, so that is actually going to buy them a lot of time to go and take the drop. As we are going to see teams moving in as the zone is closing in, the zone being the safe zone being towards the southwestern side of ruins and right between Gadka as well as Pochinki. So this is going to be a tricky zone for all the people. Just about sufficient cover out there in the form of buildings and all of that, but that's really not going to be the case, because we have long grasses out there. So anyone who is going to get a drop, or probably who is going to have a ghillie suit at the moment, is going to be the victor of this, because a lot of green patches out there in this zone, and the next two zones are going to be really crucial, because we're just into the third zone and we just are with just 43 people and 14 teams out there, while team number 10 is still about hesitant to go for the drop, and I guess they should be going anytime soon, because if they are going to waste a lot of time, we can actually see a fight
actually
out there.
There is going to be one more team
is going to come out here. They are coming outside, and we actually see team number 9 coming right outside from the zone, as they are trying to make it inside, and I think they can easily make it inside, but they don't have a lot of healing items, just about 10 bandages and one first aid kit. So even if they are going to use all their kits all their bandages at the moment, it's not going to be enough for the later part of the game, as the next zone is going to come out in about 1.5 minutes, as we actually see one of team number 10's player with the VSS trying to spot out if anyone is going to come for the drop. We actually saw team number 14 going through that place, but they really did not contest the drop, as they are towards the western side of team number 10, as they are probably trying to wait it out, as we are going to see a fight between team number 24 and 15 right across the southern part of Gadka. Let's actually see if this is going to happen. Can we actually see the fight materialize? Because we see about 3 people from team number 15 and about 3, I guess, from team number 24 as well. So this is going to be an even fight. All the 3 people from team number 15 in the same building, and we are going to see a fight out there between both these people, as team number 15's prime was just inches away from getting knocked out, as he is going to take one person out from team number 24. And can they actually retreat? I'm not really sure about that, because we still see team number 15 in the same building. Just about 1 or 2 nades coming inside is going to that's going to see their fate out there, as we actually see another kill coming out there. We actually see another knockout coming out there for team number 15. They're actually making advantage of this, that which is going to leave this one person, I guess, from team number 24 who is still alive in this, and I guess he's going to get taken down. He's going to get taken down as well, and there you go. That is going to be the end of team number 24, and team number 15 are victorious without even losing, without even getting one knockout to them. So that is quite a good play coming out there from them. We actually see team number 10 out there. They are quite unsettled, because they are team number 6 are right next to them, as this is going to be another fight out here as well, both of them with 4 people each. So I think Utkarsh has spotted one of team number 6's players. He's actually waiting for them to make a mistake, as both of them are quite next to each other, both of them in the opposite building. So this is going to be pretty tricky for either of these teams. A lot of gunshots at that, and we see one of team number 10's players getting knocked out. That's going to be another one, I guess. It's going to be touching Sawan. He's going to take another one as well. Team number 6 player is going to get knocked out. And that is 2 knockouts in favor of team number 10 and team number 6 as well. So this is a bloodbath, like I just said, and that is going to be really that I guess is going to be the end of team number 6, as team number 10 is going to wipe out. I mean, they're not even going to wipe out. We actually see one person from team number 6 right behind the people who got knocked out. So if he's going to make the revive right now, that is going to buy them a lot of time. If they have a smoke or two, they can probably just put it out and try to waste some more time, because that is going to allow a lot of time for team number 6's player to go for the revive on his teammate, because they still have about a good fight, and that is going to be a bad piece coming out there from Prophet, as he's going to go down, and Utkar is going to try to get his teammates to cover. There is going to be another guy, and that is going to be the end of team number 6 out there. Team number 10 coming in and utterly decimating them, taking that fight for them, but then losing. They're actually losing a couple of players into that as well, but that was a fight which I guess that really worked out for them, and a lot of boxes out there right in Gadka. We actually see team number 16 as well. The zone is not really far away from team number 6, from team number 10, so I guess they can actually make their way into the zone. But mind you, team number 6 are right in front of them, right next to the drop towards the northern side of Gadka. So that is not really going to work out for either of these teams, because team number 16 are surrounded with 2 drops, one towards the northern side and one towards the eastern side. As we also see team number 14 who are right in the center of the zone.
And we're going to be looking at team number 18 just snaking around, trying to gather some kind of information, whether they have any rocks which they can stay behind or something, because this zone is looking to be quite a bit of an ordeal, because there are only going to be one set of buildings, and the zone is not going to be in the favor of that, I presume, because once the next zone kicks in, and if those buildings are not in the zone, this is going to be quite a bit of a hard game for any of these teams, because the guy with the better scope is going to be getting the first angle and the first shot, making sure that you're going to be losing this. And as I'm talking about that, we are going to be looking at team number 13, Santosh. He's actually going to be getting a kill onto one of team number 18's player. He's actually going to go for the next one with the SLR. He's going to be going for that reload, and you know what, he still has enough time to go for the kill, and he is going to possibly knock out the player from team number 18, but sadly he's going to be running through that camouflage, and he is going to be in a safe position right now, as he is going to be a little bit low. But then again, he's not dead yet, so that is one thing going in his favor, as team number 13, they are going to be gradually making their way towards team number 18's position, and Santosh needs to be careful, because there is a guy towards his left, and we're going to be looking at one of team number 18's players. He is going to be healing up right now, while Siddharth from team number 18, he is going to be just hiding out his position, not getting revealed yet.
I mean, that's actually a good play coming out there from team number 18, both of them not even quite close to each other, while we actually see team number 15's player trying to go for a drive-by, but that really not working out for them, as Harman Singh just misses it by a whisker, as he's actually going to spot out a couple of guys on the car, while we are going to see Siddharth from team number 18 making his way in the zone, trying to spot out another person from team number 13, but not really catching him, as the zone is going to close in right now. We are going to see the 6th zone coming in pretty soon, and let's actually see how it's going to work out. I think there is going to be a fight between team number 22 and team number 11 right now, and I think team number 11 will be in disadvantage if they are going to take this fight, because both the teams are actually on the ground trying to snake it out there, like you just see right now, as they are pretty close to the drop, and I think nobody is going to contest this drop, because they pretty much know this is one of the the next zone is going to be really small, and we still have about 27 people. So if you're actually going to throw your head out, that's not really going to work out for you, and that is what we are going to see right now. Team number 15 out there, they are quite in a fix right now, because team number 5, team number 16 and team number 11 are pretty close by, and the nades coming out there from team number 16 not really doing any kind of damage onto team number 15, as it's not really going to work out a lot for team number 15, because they're just about 2 people out there, and one of them with an AWM as well as an AK. So he's actually going to spot out one person from team number 14, so he's going to cook up a nade, but that not really landing to where he wanted it to, while we are going to see Jay and Mohit from team number 16 trying to go for the kill out there to team number 15. Let's actually see if it's going to work out, but now there is going to be one knockout in the form of Vega. He's going to take down one, as J18, J1 is going to go up on top of the building, but we are going to see team number 14 players rallying up and trying to take him down. While we actually see Team 15 players trying to get those kills, he's going to take one. Oh, but then he is going to reload that, but that is going to give them a lot of time, and that is going to be the end of their team, while team number 14 are going to be victorious into that. But the next zone is going to pop out right now, and this zone, mind you, is going to do a lot of damage to the people who are going to get stuck in that. So I think team number 11 as well as 14 need to get inside the zone as quick as possible, because one of their players, one of team number 14's players, are also low on health. So if he's not going to go for his meds, I think he's going to be out at the moment. But oh, what a juke coming out there from team number 14's player. That is not actually allowing him to die at that moment. While the other person who was trying to, you know, put some meds onto him is not really going to save himself. But I think team number 14 are going to go down as well. And that is what I was telling you about. That is not clearly working out for them, as we just see one person from team number 14 trying to get inside the zone, and I think he's not going to make it as well, and that is going to be the end of team number 14. Sad play coming out there, wasting a lot of time. And right from 23 people, we are just left with about 8 people and 4 teams at the moment. So this is going to be really tricky, and probably we can find who is going to get the chicken dinner, probably in this zone or probably the next one, because this is an open area. While we don't see a lot of cover except for those trees and bushes out there and all those green patches, we don't see any shack or any kind of building to give them cover. So I think team number 5 have a good advantage, because they are 3 in number, so compared to the other teams where there are only about 2 people or just 1 person out there. So it's always going to be tricky in the last 2 zones when you are pretty much not really well in terms of the numbers game. So in about 30 seconds we are going to see the next zone trying to pop in, and we can actually wait and watch to see what is going to happen.
And we're going to be looking at team number 13. They have 2 people, while team number 5, as you said, they do have the numbers advantage. But you know what? If you're going to be moving in a large group in an open space like this, you are going to be easily spotted out. And I think personally, the nade game coming in from any of these players is going to be the determinant factor for who is going to be the victor of this game. And we're not really seeing a lot of grenades from most of these players. I do believe team number 13 does have a few nades, so that can come into play pretty soon. And you are going to be looking at the zone, which is going to close to the center pretty soon, and it seems as though team number 13 and team number 18 are actually in the advantage right now. And team number 5, they are actually, you know, forced to move really slowly, and I guess they will have to get up and run, and if they do, they are going to get spotted out right now. And team number 13, they're just going to be on the lookout for any of these players, and all these bushes, all these grass, it is giving them enough cover. And I don't think this zone we're going to be seeing a kill right now, as we have to wait for the next zone, which is going to be crossing into the middle. And team number 13 actually getting spotting out team number 5, and one of these players are actually going to get knocked down. So team number 13 are going to be drawing first blood, and we're going to be looking at Santosh. He is going to be shooting
oh
onto the other side.
That is actually the end of another team which had about 3 people, and that is going to make it just about 5 people alive.
And we're going to be looking at team number 13 versus 11 and 18. Team number 11 and team number 18, they only have 1 person alive, while team number 13, they are actually completely fine, and they have 3 people alive, so they do have an advantage. And even though they are going to get knocked down or something, I still believe team number 13 are going to be the victors of this game, just because they have this advantage in this place right now, and not really any nades in the in team number 18 or team number 11's hand. So, you know, not a lot of utilities getting used, and the zone is going to be closing in. And team number 11, he is going to get tagged really bad from the zone. He needs to get up and run, but no, he's not doing that. He is going to be taking gradual amount of damage.
He shouldn't actually be going for the run. All he has to do is go for the heal. Go for the heal, young man. So because this is going to be a moment, but no, I don't think that is going to be the case. I think he's going to fall to the zone, and that is going to be team number 13 taking the chicken dinner of this game. What was he thinking? I thought he actually had it. He didn't. Oh my God, that was pretty close, I would say.
He actually had it, but you know what? He did have a bunch of healing, even though he did not have any grenades.
I mean, not just a bunch, man. He had about 5 first aid kits, so that is something which they should have. He should have actually used, and I think he was not quite aware that that zone is going to close on into the center of the map. While if we were looking at the winning team out there, we are actually looking at Shawbikray with about 7 kills, and leading his team from the front. But it was quite surprising that they were not really pretty much well in terms of their healing and all of their medical kits and all of that. But that really did not work. That actually worked out for them. and I think I would like to commend them for that, because even though they were not really good in terms of their utilities and all of that, they were able to manage it with the help of their aim as well as all those skills which they had got. And hearty congratulations to you guys for getting this chicken dinner and qualifying as well. And that was a good game.
That was an extremely good game. And you know what, that was a little bit disappointing in the last zone, because we did not really witness an epic kill or two. But you know, people did die to the zone, and that was not really an optimal way to go. But team number 16, I believe, the last guy, sorry, team number 18, he did have the opportunity to go for that healing rotation. If he could have just kept on healing, he might have just made it, because I do believe team number 13 did not have a lot of healing themselves. They did spend a lot of those. They did not even have any utility. And talking about utility, that is also something I am a little bit disappointed, because the last zone, it's an open space. If you just had grenades, I believe you could have gotten those kills much earlier and could have secured your team the victory. But you know what, team number 13, they somehow managed to make it, and I believe that is solely due to the purpose of the fact that they only had the numbers advantage, and they were able to cover each other's back. And you know what, that is commendable. But I believe we will be I would ask the rest of you guys who will be playing in this tournament to actually make use of those utilities, because that is a lot of loot which are not going to be getting used, and the optimal usage of your loot is going to give you that chance at victory. And without any delay, we'll actually announce the winner of the giveaway after a short commercial break.
After a short commercial break, because you guys just have about few more minutes for you to try to win this giveaway, because we will be back announcing the winners. So if you actually want to win this should be your time. All you have to do is just like, share and subscribe, as well as the most important thing is go down to the comment section, just type !Pubg Mobile all in caps to win this Oppo F9 Pro, you know, this 6.3-inch phone which you would be desiring for. And we will be actually back in about a few more minutes after a short commercial break, and that will be the time for us to announce our winners.
Oppo Selfie Expert.
And gentlemen, and without any delay, we will announce the winner of the Oppo F9 Pro for today's giveaway. And a huge shout out to all of you beautiful viewers. Thank you for coming into the stream. And you know what, don't go anywhere, because you still have a chance to win the second phone for today's giveaway. And a huge shout out to our sponsor Oppo for giving us this Oppo F9 Pro. And without any delay,
ladies and gentlemen, we are announcing the winners of this first giveaway. And congratulations, Diviraj Rajput, you have just won yourself one of these beautiful phones, the Oppo F9 Pro, which comes up with a 6.3-inch screen, as well as a 3.5K mAh battery, and you know, also the VOOC fast charge, which is going to give you about 2 hours of talk when you are just going to charge for 5 more minutes. That means
and a lot of
chicken dinners as well. So congratulations, a huge shout out to all you guys for making this happen, and most importantly, a huge shout out for our sponsors Oppo for bringing this, as well as these two beautiful phones out there for all you guys throughout the day. So like that, I would like to just say that we have one more phone for you guys who are watching this, and that will be during the end of the stream, while we will be announcing the winner of the other giveaway. So I guess without further ado, I think you guys should be starting to spam the comment button, with the comment section with you know, !Pubg Mobile, if you want to be the other person apart from the winner right now to win this Oppo F9 Pro mobile phone.
And you know what, without any further delay, just go ahead, get out of your seat, man. Just get yourself some popcorn, strap on your seatbelts, because we are going to be coming back to you guys in a few more minutes after a short commercial break with the second game of today's live stream.
Selfie Expert. Oppo selfie expert. Oppo selfie expert.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Oldware, also known as Siddharth Prashant, and joining me again for the second game of today's live stream.
Yet again, this is Tango, also known as Sriram Vishal, and as you had just witnessed some time before that, we just finished up with our first game of today's stream, and also we just had one of the winners of these two Oppo F9 Pros. And speaking about Oppo F9 Pros, I would like to give a huge shout out to all you guys for making this happen, for viewing this, because without you guys this wouldn't have been possible, as well as our sponsors Oppo for bringing this, as well as bringing these two phones for you guys every day in the streams.
And you know what? You still have a chance to win one of these Oppo F9 Pros, because you know what? This one's already been taken. Forget about this. You still have one more Oppo F9 Pros coming to you guys. And to participate in this giveaway, all you have to do is hit subscribe, like, share this video, and comment down below exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. I repeat, exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. And with that, you will be eligible to win one of these beautiful Oppo F9 Pros. And the Oppo F9 Pro is one of the most premium mobile phones you can get in the Indian market, and it has a 6.3-inch screen, and it also features a VOOC fast charge, so you will be able to charge up your 3.5k mAh battery pretty fast. And it claims that with just 5 minutes of charge you will be able to have 2 hours of talk time. And you know what, me being a gamer myself, I would just charge it for a couple of more minutes and try to play some more PUBG so I can get myself a few chicken dinners.
I mean, yes, that is something which is going to be the selling point of this phone, because as far as the gamers are concerned, we will be spending a lot of time, a lot of hours especially into the games, just trying to get those chicken dinners and trying to get those wins. So I think this is the phone which will be apt for you guys, as you can actually look it up in your stores as well. You would never find a better phone in this price actually. And I think instead of doing that, you can also just win it right away from this giveaway. Like my friend just said, all you have to do is like, share, subscribe, and comment down below exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile all in caps, and that could win you the second phone of today, which is going to be given away at the end of this stream. So with that being said, I think we should be looking at how we played how we actually saw the game yesterday. That was pretty much
yeah, actually forget yesterday's game. Actually, today's first game was kind of really nice in the mid game, even though it did have a little bit of a disappointing time in the later stages, because we did see the last fight, which ensured to determine who actually got the chicken dinner, was not really a fight, because the last two teams just died to the blue zone. I mean, I have played a lot of PUBG Mobile throughout its time, and you know what, I have actually died a lot of times in the blue zone, and each and every time a part of my soul will actually die with it, because you know that's not a really good way to die. I would be satisfied if I got headshot or something.
Exactly, but it wasn't just about dying to the blue zone. It's just, you know, the matter of this thing is like, you have a lot of healing. You had a lot of healing in med kits and first aid kits, and then you really could not actually heal it up during the last zone of the game, where it actually goes down to the point right in the center of that zone. And that is when you should actually go for the healing instead of just going out and trying to go for the kill or even going into the zone. I guess he was quite oblivious that that zone was going right into the center, and he just went ahead trying to crawl out, trying to make sure that he is not going to get spotted by the other 3 people who were alive, who eventually got the chicken dinner. And that was actually a really exciting game. And I think even the first few rounds, the first few zones as well, were pretty exciting, especially
they were all eventful, because we saw a lot of
at
fights.
Georgia Paul as well, where we actually saw both the teams out there which landed just fighting it out just for like 5 or 10 minutes, I guess. And there was also another team that actually joined the fight, while the team which was actually on the receiving end of that fight made sure that they were actually making a move outside Georgia Paul and making sure they are going into the zone. And that was actually that really paid off, I would say, a lot for that team, as they were able to make it in the top 10 as well. So eventually it was a really good game.
It was an extremely good game, and you know what, game number 1, even though the last part was a little bit disappointing, let's just hope that the second game is going to be a lot more eventful, as we are going to be getting into the lobby right now. The players are going to be ready, and let's see who is going to be winning the chicken dinner. And you see the lobby right here. We have for team number 5 Punisher 007. We see
we have Coldzera 007.
I think it's team 007.
I guess because all of them have that 007 at the end of their name.
Are we going to see them just with pistols and a white shirt and tie or something?
The suits and all of that. Yeah. I will be expecting that.
I mean, some James Bond reference would be nice. At least, you know, having a lot of these explosions happening as they're walking out of a building or something.
I mean, probably not because of that, or probably they can just go around on the red zone and make sure those explosions are coming right behind them, along with their
that
suits,
would be a nice thing to frame.
With their suits and jackets, which they are getting from the Royale Pass as well. So I think that is something we can just wait and watch for that, as we are going to see the other teams at the moment. We see Ghost Wadu and Infinite JK, Infinite KMS, and Hero Brian for team number 7. I think the team's name is going to be Infinite because I just think
two people have the name Infinite in their name, so you know what, it's possible that it is going to be Team Infinite. And we have for team number 8 Jnana Prakash 19, Balaji 83, Maurya Mudimi. Okay, you know what, that is a nice name actually, because I think it goes well with Houdini or something like that. I think that is.
I mean, could be. I honestly didn't get that reference.
But then
we are going to look
at. Houdini is a magician, man. I mean, okay, you know what? You might not know it, but then again, I do, and probably a bunch of people in the stream do. And if, Chad, you know who Houdini is, leave a comment down below and let the people know who Houdini is, because he is kind of a good magician. And we are going to be looking at Leonidas 300. You know what, Leonidas? That is something you might know.
I get that.
That is something you might know. That is something people would know, because you know, movies and stuff like that. And we actually see another 007 as 007 Commando Sword for team number 9, and we see Sauvik Shah 98 also for team number 9.
And we actually see a captain for team number 9 connecting.
Cap
probably.
7, yeah.
That means captain, so come on.
Yeah, fancy ass names coming in for team number 9. And we're also going to be looking at team number 10, Raul, Exodus 20, Badass Mofo, Barbaric for team number 10. And you know, these names are pretty fancy. I just hope that one of these guys actually gets the chicken dinner, because only the top 4 teams are going to be qualifying for the next round.
I mean, you're speaking about the qualifying process, and I think this tournament is going to give a lot of opportunity for the people who are going to participate in this, because 50 lakh prize pool is actually one of the first in India to get something, and especially when it's just going to be exclusive for students of colleges, and that is going to give them a lot of opportunity to try to win that, because 15 lakh is
that's way too much pocket money for the students.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be in college,
but I wish all those things would have come when we were in college and all of that, because we could have
100 rupees, man. 100 rupees. I could not get that from my dad, because you know, dads. And we're actually going to be looking at all these young bloods just trying to go for that 50 lakh prize pool, that whooping 50 lakh prize pool, and the winner is going to be getting that lion's share. And this is one of the best tournaments for mobile esports we have seen till date. And with 50 lakhs, you know, this is still a huge thing. And without any delay, we are going to be
heading into the game. We will be back with live action coming in from the second game of today's stream, as we will be back after a short commercial.
selfie expert.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the lobby. We will be starting the game pretty soon, as we are going to see all the players from the teams which are going to participate are going to connect right now, as we are waiting for the other people to come in right now. And I'm really I'm really intrigued to see who is going to win this, because the first game was pretty interesting. Except for the last part, in the last zone, we really did not see any fight out there, while the last two people
and
were dying
also
at
the misuse of utilities, as in no use of utilities, because a smoke or two would have given you enough cover to actually run into the zone. But sadly, you know what, people who are new to PUBG, they don't really think the uses they could do with the utilities, the grenades, the smokes, the flashes, and especially flashes, because we have not seen any flashes getting thrown in any of these live streams. I guess people are underestimating that, but flashes are quite effective in getting your enemies. So you know what, I would implore you guys to actually use that. But as I was talking about, the smokes and grenades getting used, people who are new to the game, they don't really think much of them. And the best example of the nades is the game which we saw in day number 3.
Oh yes, we actually saw a beautiful game out there, and that exactly showed us why the usage of nades is really important, because the team which actually came out in the top 3, or which actually won, I guess.
Yeah, I think the team which won in the first stream of day number 3,
they actually wiped out another team just with the nades, and I think we are going to witness all of that in this game right now, as we are going to go live with the game, and we will be back with live action coming out from the second game of today's stream.
Oppo selfie expert.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are welcoming you to the second game of today's stream, as we are going to see who is going to get the second chicken dinner of today. And we are here in about 30 more seconds. We will see the playing route, and I'm really intrigued to see what we are going to expect from this game.
And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, take a little bit of your time to actually appreciate the wall art that PUBG Mobile has done in this game. I mean, to actually have the spawn area where you get a mural of one of the best wallpapers you can get for PUBG or something, because that is a good artwork coming in. And people who will be getting into the game pretty soon, if they look at that, they'll be like, okay, I want to be that guy, I want to be that guy, something like that. You know, just a little bit of detail in PUBG Mobile which you have to appreciate.
And speaking about detail, as you look towards the bottom end of your screen, we actually see the different skins of planes which the people who have the Royale Pass have, and that, mind you, is something which comes with your game, and which you can actually try to get all these skins as and when you are going to complete the challenges and all. We are actually looking at Bana's level 50 Royale Pass level, which is going to get him this pink color skin onto the plane. So that's how it works. Like when you are actually going onto the plane with about 100 or 80 people with you, it actually looks out for the people, for the person who's got the highest Royal Pass level, and his skin actually will be visible for the other players who are making it and for the viewers who are watching it right now. So that is something which is really commendable, and that actually adds a fun element into the game of PUBG Mobile.
And we're going to be looking at the plane route right here. It did start from Milta Power and it is going to be ending near Zarki. So this is kind of a weird flight path, and it will make sure that not a lot of the western side of the continent is going to get covered. Maybe if one of these teams land on top on the roads and get themselves a vehicle, they will have a chance to go to Georgia Pole or even the hospital area, because towards the northern side of the hospital there is that little patch of Georgia Pole City which also has enough loot for one team at least. And we're going to be looking at team number 1, which is going to be landing in Milta, while team number 11, they are going to be landing in between Milta and the bridge, so they will be able to get
I really think they are going to go on to the southern island, because that seems to be a good option for them. Given that they are so close to the sea and they can actually try to take it out, as we are going to see Zebronics being populated by about 4 teams right now. Team number 6, team number 3, team number 17, as well as another team are going to drop at Zebronics, because I'm really surprised, because Zebronics is not a place where you are going to get a lot of loot for about 4 or 5 teams out there, and this is going to be really tricky for all the teams which are going to drop down out there, as it is quite a little it's actually quite a small city out there, and like I just said, I don't think you will be getting a lot of loot for about 4 teams or 5 teams, because I think we are going to get our first fight of today's game, of the second game of today at Zebronics.
And we're actually gonna, you know what, Tango, I believe that people who are gonna be emerging out of Zebronics, even though they did land, I'm pretty sure that only one team is gonna be surviving this, and that team which is going to survive will have all the loot to their advantage, because most of these teams are pretty spread apart, and they are going to be able to get most of the loot in all of the city's places. And we're actually going to be looking at team number 17 right here. They are going to be getting the first kill, but it seems as though team number 3 is also going to get knocked down. So team number 17, one of their players actually witnessing to that, and one of it is going to be his kill. And we're going to be looking at team number 17. One of their players has landed over at that restaurant right there, so he will be able to get more loot, because the restaurant is one of those buildings which will have most of the loot. And we're actually going to be looking at team number 17, Swapnil Gupta. He is going to be getting spotted out.
He's actually going to get spotted out by team number 3 is Prajwal. He is right outside the door, and I think Swapnil actually manages to get outside that, and he is going to go again. I don't think he is quite oblivious to the fact, but I think he has that was really good reactions coming out there from Swapnil trying to take it out, and he takes down one of their players from team number 3, as he is getting traded out by Psycho Bean out there, as we are going to see if he is going to actually take that kill, and because that is actually going to bait out team number 17's players to come in to make the revive, and that is really going to be tricky, because we actually see one of team number 6's player also getting knocked out, and we actually see 2 people from team number 17 getting knocked out there, which is going to leave them at a fix, as Prabeen Kumar from team number 13 along with his 2 people who have landed at Zebronics are trying to spot out people from team number 6, and he has a clear idea that there are people right to the opposite side of his building, so I guess he just has to wait and watch to see whether people are going to come out or there is going to be a fight, as team number 17 are in a fix right now. And Psycho Bean has still even though he's got about 1 knockout yet, he hasn't taken any kill. I guess it was in the form of Sidus who got the first kill for his team, and that actually went on with a trade, while one of his teammates actually got down out there. He was the first guy to get knocked out in the game, as we are going to see team number 6 is Jackie, who is right who's quite low at the moment. So if he's gonna peek out like how he is going out right in the open, that's not really gonna help him out, as we are gonna see the zone which is actually touching Zebronics towards the northern side. So it's not gonna be pretty dear for all the teams to go inside the zone. So it's just about time to see where the zone is. And they still have about 2 more minutes for them to make all the loot so that the blue zone is going to come in. And the blue zone is, mind you, not going to do a lot of damage, given that this is going to be the first zone of this game.
And we actually saw Swapnil Gupta coming in from team number 17, actually dying as nobody came for the revive. So that was a really sad way to go. But you know, that is a reasonable way to go, because none of his teammates were in a position to actually come and save him. We're going to be looking at team number 13 right here. It seems as though Lakada. Okay, his name.
You can just call it Lakad Baga or something like that.
Yeah, Lakad Baga. He has a shotgun actually, and we are also going to be looking at team number 13, Prabin Kumar. He has a Mini 14. I don't think he has a scope on it yet. Maybe he has a holographic, because I did find him actually looking towards that 2-story building right on his other side. And there was one of the players from team number 6 actually there, and we're going to be looking at Prabin. He is going to be looking towards the stair of his own building, because he is a little bit paranoid that people might be storming up in that building. And we're going to be looking at him just swapping between looking at the 2-story and looking at the staircase. And this is going to be quite an uneventful thing which team number 13 is going to be doing. But uneventful as it may, it is actually going to make sure that they are going to survive. And we are going to be...
all the teams out here at Zebronics are not even trying to take it out, because as you actually witness, a couple of teams have been wiped out already from Zebronics. So I think it's not a really good it's not a really good idea to just go outside and go for a fight at the moment, given that the zone is right from Zebronics down all the way to Milta. So I think it's not quite safe for the people to go out at the moment. Probably just wait for the zone to come in and to see where the next zone is going to go, because you can actually find a lot of vehicles out here in Zebronics and its surroundings. So I think going from Zebronics to deep inside the zone is not going to be pretty daunting for them, as we actually see about 3 teams still in Zebronics trying to spot out the others, while we see team number 13 trying to go for the vehicle, I guess, as team number 6 are looting out the restaurant out there, while I think team number 13 are going it out pretty safe, I would say.
Well, team number 13 are certainly going to survive this city right here. They're not going to be getting the most optimum loot, but they are going to be surviving with their lives. So that is something going for them. They can possibly go to another city or something and get themselves the better loot. Meanwhile, we are going to be looking at team number 6 and team number 17 actually just staying over at Zebronics. And meanwhile,
I think we are going to see a fight right now between team number 9 and team number 8, because I actually saw Captain going inside the building while he was spotting out one of the players from team number 8. So this is going to be really tricky right now, because Pochinki is just inhibited with 2 teams. So if either of them are going to go down at the moment, that is going to be Pochinki for that team, which actually is going to win the fight, as we actually see Saswata Bug from team number 9 with his Uzi, and not really loaded with in terms of his equipment as well as his guns, while team number 9's commando is going to come out with his AK as well as his level 2 vest. While looking at the healing and all of that, they're not pretty bad in terms of their healing, because they've got all the bandages. They've at least got about 10 bandages each, and about 1 or 2 first aid kits as well for each and every one of them. So I think they're not really going to get a lot of hit from team number 9, team number 8, I beg your pardon, even if they are going to do a lot of damage, because they have enough amount of meds to actually go back from whatever they are going to get hit by. So we actually see team number 8's Gyana Prakash going outside. He is trying to spot out Captain, because I think he is the one who actually spotted out Captain first. So he is going out along with his teammate, and they are going to go inside the building where team number 9's player is. And I think this is going to be really tricky right now, because he is not going to spot the guy who is towards his left hand side, while we are going to see Saswata Bug just staying there at that building trying to see if there are any people from team number 8 making the move. And let's actually see if they are going to go and try to help his teammate Captain, who is stuck right now, who is in a fix right now. He's going to get stacked, and he's going to get taken down right now by team number 8's players, as he is going to get knocked down. And I think team number 9 are going to risk it out by going for the revive, because they are quite surrounded by team number 8, and I think Leonidas as well as his teammates are pretty much in advantage right now, having knocked down one of their opponent's players. That is actually going to put team number 9 on the back foot, and they are actually going to get spotted there by Leonidas as Jnana Prakash is making his way onto another building, probably trying to spot out the people from he doesn't realize that the other players from team number 9 are just at the next building. So I think this is just the right time for them to go for the probably they can just split out, 2 of them going from one side and 2 of them flanking from another, because that eventually will work, even though if they are going to get traded or something. But I think we are going to witness some kind of fight materialize right now, because both of them are right opposite to each other, and none of them have made the move to go for a fight right now, given that team number 9's one of their players are already down, and we actually see all the 3 members from team number 9 in the same building. So 1 or 2 nades coming out there from team number 8 could actually total the entire team, leaving Pochinki for just one team at the moment, as we see Commando going outside his building, trying to go out and try to figure out any other loot as well, because they are quite looted in terms of their men as well, because we actually see Jnana Prakash with 20 bandages, 1 med kit and 1 first aid kit with a lot of drinks and adrenaline syringes, about 4 and 1 each respectively, as the next zone is going to come out in about some more time, as the blue zone is making its way. And I'll be pretty intrigued to see where the next zone is going to go, because this is going to be really a fix out there for both these teams, because if the zone is going to come out towards the southern part of the mainland, it's going to allow a lot of teams to come out there. So that is not really going to work out, as we are going to see Jnana Prakash trying to scout out the other people. And looking, I mean, on a lighter note, he's actually got a good helmet skin. So I think a lot of people who are viewing this would be having as well, courtesy of the Royale Pass, which is actually a good initiative coming out there from developers, trying to add this fun element into this game. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, as I usually talk about that, you know what, if you have a skin, you automatically get a 10% boost in your skills. And we are going to be looking at Jnana Prakash 9 right here. I don't think he realizes the fact that the team number 8 has actually moved to the far end of Pochinki. They are going to be huddled up in the next building, so none of the nades which team number 8 are going to be throwing into this one is going to matter, because they don't have an idea that team number 8 is in the other, team number 9 is on the other side. And they will have to make their move sometime or the other. And if they're just going to be staying here in a stalemate, I would prefer them to actually get themselves a vehicle and get the hell out of Pochinki, because they're not really going forward. They could go to other places and try to get some more loot, because even though they have UMPs and M4s for themselves, they can get better loot, because we actually see Jnana Prakash, he only has a level 1 vest. He can go for an upgrade for a level 2 vest, and meanwhile we're going to be looking at the drop, which is going to actually land in Yasnaya, and Yasnaya has no one, and that means a potential place for...
Oh, I don't think it's going to have... it's actually going to get contested by team number 7 right now. There aren't going to be anyone coming out there from the other teams, as I think team number 7 are going to make the most out of it, as we see their team is coming out there from that vehicle, trying to go for the drop, and I think they are going to get a tremendous boost right now, because the AWM is inside the package, along with an 8x scope, as well as the helmet, as well as the military vest. So this is something that is actually going to work out for them for the longer part of this game, as we actually see all of them pretty much with all their
competing for the loot, because we just saw 3 people just get out of the UAZ to try to go for that one loot crate.
For the one loot crate, but eventually that's actually doing you a good thing, because we actually and we are switching on to Zebronics, where we actually see team number 13 and 17 trying to fight it out right now. We see the Scarl being shot at from team number 17 onto team number 13. A lot of damage being dealt onto Praveen Kumar, and we actually see the other person from team number 13 going away with that car. And I think has he actually left his teammate left for dead or something like that?
Well, no, I think that the guy who did go on the car, he might just rotate around and try to go for a kill onto team number 17 or something,
or
because it seems as though one of
something like a distraction or something like that.
Yeah, team number 13, the player who is kind of left alone, I think he's just trying to scout out the exact location of team number 17's players, and it seems as though they're not really going to stoke their hopes on that fact, because they don't know that the shot came from long range. They're not going to bother about that. They're just going to make their priority to get out of Zebronics alive, as we are going to be looking at them just running away onto that vehicle, actually driving away onto that vehicle. So they are going to be safe for now. So team number 13, yeah, they are going to be making sure that they go away and get inside of the zone, because Zebronics is not in the second zone, and it seems as though the people who are there in Zebronics, they will have to make their way towards the zone. And
I mean, that's going to be pretty easy as well, because while the team number 17's player was shooting at team number 13, we actually saw his teammate going for the buggy. So I think that is a good play coming out there, just trying to distract these people, while the other one is going to go for the vehicle, making sure that they are going to settle their escape route. While we are going to switch on to team number 6 right now, they are making their way right, and right in front of them is team number 14 out there, and they seem to have no idea that what is going to happen at the moment, as we are going to see a fight anytime soon. The Psycho Beam coming out there from team number 6 with his UMP, and he's not really great in terms of his utilities as well as his health.
Hey, but it seems as though team number 14 is looking forward at team number 17's score right there, so they might just be distracted enough for team number 6 to actually make their move, because they're looking at the wrong direction, and I think that team number 14's side expert is going to be the first guy to go down, and we're going to be looking at Jackie BM and Psycho Bean. It seems as though they don't have any idea that team number 14 is on the right hand side of the ridge, and we're going to be looking at Psycho Bean. They're actually going to be going for that UAZ, and oh my god, it's Grand Theft Auto right here, as team number 6 just steal team number 14's.
But I think we are going to expect a fight anytime soon, because they are not really good on their health as well, because we actually see them, I would say like not every of them are full health, and we actually see the shot coming out there from the AK of Sid Expert Jad, which is not really connecting on to team number 6, and there you go. That is GDA right there. Grand Theft Auto. Team number 6 just pulled off a heist, and you know, just made sure that team number 14 don't have a way of escaping really fast. And as you're going to be looking at team number 6, they are going to be making their way onto this little settlement right there, and you know what, team number 13 is in this place, so they have to be careful. I don't think team number 6 knows this fact, and we're going to be looking at team number 6 just scuttling about getting onto these buildings and trying to get their healings off, and we are going to be looking at team number 6's Psycho Bane. He's just going to be bandaging up, making sure that he is on full health, so he will be able to tackle most of the problems which he is going to be facing in a little while. As team number 13, we are going to be looking at Prabeen Kumar. He has a Scarl and he has a Mini 14, so you know what, he is kind of stocked up, but he only has a level 1 vest, so that is not going to be preventing a lot of bullets. So team number 6 has that going for them. They can totally wreck team number 13 right now, because this is a 3-man squad, and you know what, team number 6 is also a 3-man squad as of now, because one of their players actually died. So it seems as though whatever fight is going to be taking place in this settlement, it is going to be quite even. So you know what, no bias going anywhere else, and the only fact is team number 13 is going to be looking at the wrong direction. Team number 6's position has not been noted down yet by team number 13, but I think there is going to be a fight anytime soon, as we are going to look at the zone which is going to come right in the northern side of Yasnaya, going all the way up to farm. So, and if you are actually looking at the east-west direction, it's going from Rozok all the way up to you know, the western side of Milta Power. So this is actually a pretty good it's actually a pretty good zone coming out there for the second zone, because
yeah, no more open spaces, a lot of buildings, so we won't be seeing what we saw in the last game. The last game, it was kind of that was uneventful, but hopefully we're not going to be seeing the same situation happen.
I mean, yes, because the last game was pretty good, but the problem is, like, when we are going to go on to an open field, we would be expecting a lot of fight, a lot of you know, a lot of action coming in between, but that actually came down like a damn squib. We really didn't expect the last 2 people of the previous game to die on the they really died on the zone, so that was quite uneventful.
And we're going to be looking at team number 2 right here. They're actually going to be making sure that they get the second loot drop for themselves also. So you know what, they are pretty lucky. The gods of PUBG have handed down at least 2 sets of level 3 gear for them, so I guess 2 of the people from the side of team number 2 are not going to be going down that easily.
I mean, meanwhile, if you actually look at that, they already had another person who already had a level 3 helmet, so this is something which is quite that's going to be if they are not going to win this game or even come in the top 5 or top 6 with these much of loot, I think it's not really going to help them out, because
they are not worthy.
Exactly,
they're not worthy of that loot.
You're getting handed these 2 loot drops, and if you're not actually making the most of it, that's not really it's not even worthy, I would say, as we are going to see Destroyer trying to take down trying actually to destroy the person who was knocked out by one of his teammates. As team number 6 is Jackie BM is going to get tagged with the UMP coming out there from Destroyer, as they are going to go and make the revive. And I think this is a really good time for team number 13 players to go and take the fight at the moment, because the revive is being made out there. They don't have really good guns as well for team number 6, so all they have is shotguns. And we actually see the Car 98 coming out there from one of their players, and it's not really going to help them out when they are in a closed location like this. So I think team number 13 should go for a fight anytime soon, as Psycho Bean is trying to make sure that he is going to spot out people out there. As this is what I was telling you about. If there are locations like this and there are people in the same building, this is why you are going to use your grenades and mollies and flashes of smoke. That is going to unsettle their players, and that is eventually going to get them killed. As we are going to see Jackie BM getting knocked out, and as they were saying, the nade is going to be cooked by Praveen Kumar, and I will be surprised if he's going to get both the kills right now, because it is going to land right in front of them, as that is going to make sure one more person is going to get knocked out, that which is going to leave Psycho Bean being the last man standing from his team, and a nade coming out there doing a lot of damage. And I think this could probably be the end of team number 6 at the moment, because Lakit Baga is making his way, and he is going to take down both the people who are going to be knocked out. He did not spot out Psycho Bean out there, and that is something which is really sad coming out there from both these people. And with that being said, that is going to be the end of team number 6, as Psycho Bean is going to go down as well. A beautiful execution coming out there from team number 13, making sure that team number 6 are not going to get even a single piece of that kill, as we are going to see team number 7 trying to contest that drop right now. Hero Brian right next to the drop, and we actually saw one person from team number 7 getting knocked out, and I guess he eventually died at the moment, as there are being shots being fired from team number 24 right onto the drop, and it is quite sad to see the zone coming right to the southern part of Rozhok all the way up to the northwestern part of Shelter, and the zone is going to close in right now.
But you know what, if this zone does manage to get near school, or even the apartments near school, this is going to be a really eventful game, because at least then we will have that little bit of a vertical factor coming into this game, and with the vertical factor comes the fact that nobody has a chance to actually sneak around. And talking about sneaking around, we actually see team number 24's Marcus. He is going to be sneaking on top of the school, and he will have a good angle onto that loot drop, and I guess they do have an idea that people are there in that apartments
out there right to the opposite of school, and that is actually a good vantage point for people who are going to take out apartments, because you have about 6 or 7 apartments out there. That is going to give you a lot of cover and a lot of vantage. But
Marcus actually got knocked out right now, and this is one disadvantage coming in from school, is the fact that school does not really have any structures on top of it. The terrace is going to be pretty open.
The one problem when you are going to go on top of school is that you can get hit from any side. If you want,
even the hill from Rozhok.
Exactly, people from Rozhok can hit you, people from the apartments can hit you, and even those 2 buildings right onto the western part of school can hit you. So that is something which is going to be a really bad disadvantage when you are going to go, when you are actually going to go on top of school and try to be open. And we are going to see team number 18 trying to heal it out as they finally make their way into the zone, and team number 11 just making sure that they are going to heal themselves up, as they just came to this place, this settlement out there, from with the help of the UAZ, but they don't know that there is a guy right below them. He's actually snaking it down right on that green patch of grass out there, and he can actually try to take down all the 3 or 4 people who are alive at the moment, because if he's actually going to hold his nerve right now, he can probably take it down. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed, just like my friend Old Bear right now.
And chat, you know what, if you think that Sachin is going to be taking care of team number 11, please leave a comment down below. But it seems as though team number 1 is not the only thing contesting team number 11's position, as we're also going to be looking at team number 11 just catching a glimpse of team number 9.
It was actually team number 5 going through the road, and it was quite I for a moment thought that they are going to come and add the surprise element into this game, but no, they actually they probably went on to play it really safe. And I don't think how Destroyer has not spotted out team number 1's player at the moment, and that was Trigger Patience coming out there from team number 1's player, making sure that Sachin actually, yeah, exactly. So he was not actually shooting at Destroyer and making the other people from team number 11 alerted that there is one more guy coming out there, but he is going to get spotted out there by Optimus, and he is finally going to go down. And probably he must be kicking himself about it. He would have thought probably he could have just got that one person who went past
him.
They
were being a little bit too optimistic, I would say, as Optimus gets that kill onto Sachin right there. And we're going to actually be looking at the VSS coming in from team number 14, it's Aditya. He's actually going to try to go for a kill, but sadly he's going to get knocked down and he will be in the blue zone. So he's not going to be in a really good situation, as we are going to be looking at team number 14, the last surviving player. Okay, not the last surviving player, but the surviving player. He is going to be making his way onto the white zone. He is going to be able to run towards it. But you know what? Team number 13 does have the advantage. Look at them. They have two vehicles
out there.
The GTA coming in from team number 13 actually working out for them. It seems as though that is one of the strategies you can use in this game, that you can just go around and steal other teams' vehicle and you will just render them useless because they won't have a way to make it to the white zone.
So the white zone is quite tricky, just like how you said, it is going to come on to school as well as the apartments. So I don't know how you jinxed it or something like that, but we are going to see a really good fight coming out there, as we are going to see team number 14 Sid making his way from the blue zone. He's going to get a lot of damage getting there, but I think it's not going to be as bad as if he is going to go and try to do it in the next zone, as we are going to see G3 from team number 2 he's actually taking down one of the guys from team number 15, as a revive is being made there by Kanwaljeet onto Kratos. And let's actually see if that is going to work out for them, as we actually see team... Oh, a lot of shots fired from team number 15, but I don't think Jitpri has an idea from where the shot came out, as they have the numbers advantage. However, it's going to be a 4v3 against team number 15, but we have actually seen a lot of 4v3s going in favor of the team which were actually in the disadvantage, as we are going to see team number 15's Bana making his way right down. Bana, mind you, was the guy who was having the 53 level Royale Pass, which was having that pink color skin coming out there onto the aeroplane, as we are going to see a lot of teams coming out there onto the apartments. We see team number 13, team number 7, and about 2 more teams right in the vicinity of apartments and school. And this is the zone which is going to be, I guess, the best
devastating
in the last few days.
This is actually going to be exciting as well as devastating, as we are going to be looking at team number 15. They're not going to be playing according to team number 2's pace. They're just going to be getting onto that UAZ and try to at least get out. And if they do make it on top of this hill, those trees can actually give them enough cover, so they don't really have to be forced to go into one of these buildings to actually have the advantage. Meanwhile, we're going to be looking at team number 7 with 3 players, team number 11 with 4 players, team number 14 with just 1 guy solo who just survived running into the zone, and we're going to be looking at team number 23 with 3 players in one of these buildings.
They've actually got 4 players at the moment, as we are going to see team number 13 trying to pick out a fight out there. Or we are actually going to see another team coming inside apartments. What is going on? I mean, I think we are going to see a lot of fights coming out there onto apartments, and a bloodbath is imminent, as the next zone is going to pop in about 5 more seconds, and it's actually going to close in about 5 more seconds. So the next zone is going to be really tricky at the moment, as we are going to see team number 15 trying to make it onto apartments where...
No, I guess they're just going around and around so they get as much information as they can, because you know what, if they do know the location of most of these players, at least they'll know what to avoid as the next zone is going to be coming into place. And we're going to be looking at team number 7's this Hero Brian. He has a really good angle also, and all of these players, mind you, they have these snipers, they have DMRs, they have these bolt action rifles. And look at Ghostwater right here. He actually spots out those people who just got down from the Dacia, and he will be able to go for the kill.
He's actually doing a lot of damage onto those guys. So if he's actually going to go and try to burst the Dacia out, he can actually take out a lot of kills. And we are going to see team number 20 as well as team number 4 fighting it out between those guys, as we are going to see all of them. We are actually going to see team number 20's 2 players are going to get knocked out, while one of team number 4's players are going to get knocked out as well. That is something that is quite unexpected. The smoke coming out there, trying to make sure team number 22 players who are right next to the Dacia are pretty safe, making sure Burger from team number 20 is making it through the smoke. And the Molly coming out there is going to do a lot of damage onto Hero Brian as well as his teammate, as he does not realize that there is a guy right behind him, and they are making their way. Oh, I think he's going to go down. He's going to go down, I guess, because the bandage is going to take some time. Oh, but then what? Oh, that is what I call timing, my friend.
That is some clutch healing coming out from Hero Brian. He will be able to survive survive that molly, and I guess he will be able to go back out and help his teammates, because I don't think the player who stormed in was an opposite teammate. I think he was a teammate, and we're going to be looking at team number 4's Exodus 20 right here. He is in a little bit of a pickle, but then again, they do have the high ground advantage. The smoke's being popped out from team number 20, and they are going to be emerging from the smoke, and it seems as though Exodus 20 is going to be having the first shot, and as he gets the knockdown onto the first player from team number 20, and he is going to possibly go down. No, he's going to be hiding behind the shack.
But Burger is coming to his team's aid. He is trying to go for the revive, but I think Exodus is not going to see that coming, and Burger is going to get one kill as well, and he is going to make sure that Exodus is going to pay for that. And that is the end of his team, and let's actually see where they are going to head right now. We see team number 20 right on the border of the zone, and they need to make a move right away, because that is not going to help them, because the zone is going to do a lot of damage. We are in a strict zone, which means the zone is going to go out really fast as well. We see team number 23, you know, with all the 4 people.
There are way too many people in this small zone, and the fact that this actually happened is because this happened in the apartments, and the apartments can house a lot of people. And you know what? I'm not really selling you the apartment, but I'm just saying that these apartments have these lot of verticalities. Each of these apartments have 3 floors, and all of them can be occupied. And look at this, actually, Destroyer has a really good angle, and we just saw one team getting knocked down by the zone, and they just got wiped off the map. And this is a really unfortunate situation, and those people who are inside of these apartments actually have the advantage, as we are going to be looking at Yogesh from team number 11. He is going to be able to spot out those people in the opposite side, the opposite apartment complex, and we are going to be looking at Vignesh. He's not going to be making the first move, because this is a really delicate situation, as team number 23 already have too much onto their plate, as team number 14 and team number 14 already has one of their players inside of their building. And looking at this, team number 23, they're not really going to be making the first move anytime soon.
Any of the teams outside the white zone are going to make any move at the moment, because the first priority for them is that they must go into the white zone, because we actually saw what could happen if not, while team number 5 were knocked out right outside the zone, none of them getting killed by any of the other teams. All the 4 of them getting knocked out, while we are going to see Yogesh getting knocked out.
The guy from school actually got that knockout, and you see it right there. We are actually going to be looking at the zone, trying to gradually pull away from the apartment.
Exactly, it's just going to go, oh my god, we are going to see Destroyer trying to take out one person out there, and that is the end of one person from that team, as the zone is right outside their apartment. So they just have to force their way outside the zone is going to pop out as well. That's going to do a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of time. Shot there by team number 13 is going to make sure the Radeon is going to go down. One more kill for team number 13, as they're going to take down team number 14 as well, and team number 7 making the most of that, taking down 2 people from team number 13, and it's going to be all up to LIVECHAT, who is making his way, trying to go inside the zone, as Herobrine is making sure that he is going to spot out people coming out there from outside the zone, as I think Herobrine is going to go inside the zone as well. I think team number 23, team number 18, team number 15, all of them are right next to each other, and team number 15 is going to go down. Herobrine gets with 1 HP, he's going to get taken down by team number 23 as well, and all of a sudden we are just left with 8 people and 4 teams alive. He's going to spot out one more person, AVNMS, and he's going to take down 1 as well. That's 1 more down for team number 18. 2 guys coming right in the line of the fire. He's going to make sure that AVNMS is going to go down, and that is going to leave just 1 person on team number 23 alive. And Official Noob is going to get 1 more person out there from team number 23. Beg your pardon, there's 1 more guy alive as well. The nade coming out there, and I don't think Official Noob has a clear idea. The nade has popped out of that, doing a lot of damage right now, and that is going to be 6 people alive, 4 teams alive into this, and Official Noob and his teammate are making sure that they are going to be they are going to be on the upper hand, as Cloud9 Retro is making sure that there is going to be a guy right now. So all he has to do is just wait and try to heal himself, because the next zone is going to come in about 10 more seconds, and he's actually healing while Official Noob is actually making the shots onto him. So that actually stopped the healing for a moment, and he's going to stop it again, but I think that is going to go and bite him right at the back, because the zone is going to move out right now. All he has to do is but then he has enough time to go for that he had enough time to go for that healing, and now we are going to see who is going to get that kill right now, because Official Noob is jumping from the last 5 minutes trying to take out the guy, as they are trying to go for the backstab, trying to go for the flank at the moment, as Cloud9 Retro is going to go inside the zone and try to take him down. He's going to get a lot of damage outside the zone as well, and that is going to be another kill for team number 18 players, as Official Noob is going to get knocked down. And there you go, that is the end of the game, as Chungsang is going to make sure that his team is going to get the chicken dinner. It was pretty sad that Official Noob was their team was in an upper hand, but I think Chungchang made sure that his team is going to get the chicken dinner with those 3 kills from his team all by himself, and that was a really good game out there. And we actually see we actually like to congratulate team number 6, I guess. I'm not really sure. It was team number 6, I guess. Chungchang's team, that is. Chungchang's